Hi guys. So in this video, let's talk about 10 virtues, kind of, right? That you should start using today to become a better person, right? And usually I kind of talk about these topics, right? Right from my own mind, kind of, my own knowledge, right? But I actually did write some of these things down because, I can't remember everything, right? So this will be new because, like I said, my usual videos, I always think about from my mind and kind of discuss a topic right then and there, right? I don't, write notes and this and this and, so let's get into it, right? Having said all of that, number one, right? Resilience, right? It's a beautiful virtue that we should start using because unless you become resilient and not give up on things, right, it's going to be very hard for you to get anything done, right? And those things are very different to every person, right? But when you don't give up, ultimately you're going to become a stronger, more powerful, right, more resilient person, right? So that's a beautiful virtue we should start using every day, right? Number two, empathy, right? You should always, whenever you come in contact with anybody on a given day, practice empathy and put yourself kind of um, in their shoes and see what they're going through, right? How you can help, right? Or maybe how, not even help, how you can understand, whatever they're going through and how to be, like I said, empathetic towards it, right? So that's a beautiful thing that you should start, kind of using more of every day, right? Number three, patience. This is one of my biggest lessons in this lifetime for sure, as a lot of things arise for me in to be able to practice that patience, right? I had to choose my wording very carefully, right? I feel like that's a big one, and most of us, are so much into just doing our daily things in our ego mind unconsciously that we don't practice the patience with others and even ourselves, right? So patience is a big one. Please start using that, right? Number four, sacrifice. Okay, if you don't sacrifice in this life, it's going to be very hard for you to maybe become the person you want to be or achieve what is it that you want to achieve, because you have a very limited amount of time or maybe money or maybe energy every day, right? And you're going to have to sacrifice something, right, for your bigger ideas, your bigger goals, right? Whatever you're trying to do, like I said, right? So sacrifice is a big one. Number five, respect, right? And this is such a, anybody who you meet, you should treat with respect. Now, having said that, if that person, like I said from earlier, you should use empathy and, relate to them. But if that person, is very mean and maybe horrible to you, I don't think you should take whatever they're giving you, right? So you should respect them, but maybe realize they're going through something, right? Be empathetic, but not necessarily take that, one might say abuse from them or something, right? Because that's another big lesson in this life. But try to respect everybody and be kind to everybody, right? All right, number six. This is a big one. Humor, right? Just, we all need to lighten up a bit, right? No pun intended for your spiritual people, right? But lighten up a bit, right? Not everything is serious, right? There's a lot of serious things that go on in this life, but you shouldn't take yourself seriously despite of those things, if that makes sense, right? And I feel like humor just, it raises your vibration, raises your mood, right? Like you just feel better. It's one of those things that, like I said, we take ourselves too seriously. So maybe lighten up, right? Have some fun and not take yourself or others so seriously, right? So that's a really good one. Number seven, self-awareness. Wow, this is such a powerful one because I feel like it all originates from being self-aware, right? From being that present moment, you can actually observe how you're behaving and how others are behaving, right? And from that self-awareness, you can practice those virtues that I'm talking about, right? But if you're just running around unconsciously, most of the time when something happens to you or an interaction with another person, you're not even gonna realize and be present enough to say, okay, I gotta practice, what did Robert say, resilience, empathy, patience, stuff like that, right? Because you're never even gonna reach that conscious level. So that's a huge one. Number 8, forgiveness. I have a whole other video about why you should forgive and what it does to that person, to you, right? It's such a big, profound thing that we should practice more of, right? Just forgiveness to others, and a lot of the times, which we don't realize, forgiveness for to ourselves, right? For the things we may do or have done, right? So I feel like forgiveness is a huge one that all of us can work on, right? Number 9, hope. Right? I think this is a big one. No matter where you are in your stage in your life, whatever you're doing, whatever you're, going through, I think we should practice hope and be optimistic, right? That doesn't mean you should, not take any action and, I think I speak about this in another video, your house is burning around you and you're being optimistic. No, it's time at that point to take action, right? Don't be silly, take action, but be more hopeful for your future, be more optimistic, right? Because if you stop being very doom and gloom every day, right? Have hope that whatever you're going through will get better. It's only temporary. Remember that it's temporary, and it doesn't rain every day, just the same way it doesn't, it's not sunny every day, but it's all temporary, and it will change, right? So have that hope. 10, which is a lot of people struggle with this, confidence. Try to be more confident in whatever you do, right? And number 1, don't worry about what other people are gonna think. If they misconstrue your confidence for cockiness or whatever, you know your true intention, okay? You know what you're trying to be and who you are and what your intention behind whatever you said or did was, okay? So don't worry about that, what other people will perceive it as. That's not up to you, that's up to them. They have their own work, they have their own projections, their own limiting beliefs, yada yada yada, right? But when you are confident, you deal with people better, you deal with situations better, right? Realize that you are good enough, right? You are smart enough, you're strong enough. And what's the key word here? Enough, right? You are enough. We have all this bad programming, limiting beliefs, right? But when you realize, which is, by the way, probably the number 1 lesson in this life for a lot of us, realizing we are enough, right? So when you develop that, you gain some confidence, right? And I feel like a lot of the things in your life that you're trying to do will go a lot smoother, right? People will perceive you differently. So, wow, I talk fast in these videos. Sometimes I need to learn how to slow down, but that's my own, as I make progress in these videos, right? That's something for me to work on. I just realized that as I'm talking so fast. So these are the 10 kind of virtues, and there's so many more good ones, right? But I picked these 10, so many that are good that you should practice every day, work on every day, right? And you use it in your life, and the more you use them, you will get stronger and you will become a better person as a result of using and applying these. All right, so if you made it all the way till the end, like I always say, please subscribe, like, share, comment, write down what other kind of virtues or values you use every day or could be applied to this topic, right? Because there's a lot more, right? I just picked 10, and I'm going with those because these are very, very important. But once you start to analyze them, I'm sure there's a lot more. So thank you for watching, and hope it was helpful. And I hope I can, change at least one of you the way, you behave every day to kind of help you get better. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.